Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Indiana SRN. Tonight, we're excited to bring you boys varsity basketball action as the Broncos from Lafayette Jefferson High School travel south to take on the Continentals from Indianapolis Washington High. Today's game is sponsored by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is the leading equipment dealer since 1955. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else? Large selection of food made from scratch and fairly priced. Highway Safety Services. Highway Safety Services Incorporated, providing traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana for the past 60 years. And IndianaSRN Sports Page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. Alongside our all-star crew of producer Chuck Levine, cameraman Daniel Thacker, and my partner Jet Garrett, this is Clark Chafin, and welcome to tonight's matchup, Jet. We have 2 weeks left in the regular season. What's the coaching staff trying to focus on as we're getting closer to postseason play?
Well, I think at this time of the year, we talked a little bit pregame. Practices get a little bit shorter. You're not as much focused as installing anything new to the game plan. You're really just fine-tuning everything. And these are two teams. Both sides only have one player on their roster that's not a senior or a junior, so plenty of experience on this team. They've been through these practices before. They've been through this time of year before. And I think both teams are really excited for the postseason. Veteran programs indeed. And as we take a look at their records heading into tonight, they've had really kind of different results. Lafayette Jet has only lost one game since December the 7th, while Indianapolis Washington hasn't had a winning or a losing streak of more than 2 games. What's your kind of outlook on these two teams, Jet? Well, you look at Indianapolis Washington, and Roosevelt Franklin's arguably the best player that's going to play in this game, averaging 24.6 points per game. The issue is there's just not a ton of depth there on that roster. On the other side of it, however, you've got Lafayette Jefferson, who's in second place in the North Central Conference right now. Their one loss since December was against Anderson, who's in first place in that conference. Obviously, they're playing out at Indianapolis Shortridge tonight, but I think Lafayette Jefferson still chasing that conference lead a little bit here with 4 games remaining. Indianapolis Washington looking to scrap together a couple more wins here as we close it out. All right, we'll take a short break and come back and look more closely at each of these teams. We'll introduce you to some impact players as well as get Jets keys to the game. It's Lafayette Jeff against Washington, and it's only on Indiana SRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Welcome back to West Washington Street in Indianapolis on the campus of Washington High School as the Continentals are set to host the Lafayette Jet Broncos here at George McGinnis Gymnasium. We want to let you know that today's broadcast is a copyright production of Indiana SRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Let's take a look at the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight. Lafayette Jeff comes in with a record of 17-3. Head coach Mark Barnheiser is in his 7th year at Lafayette Jeff, but 41st overall, including stops at Perry Meridian and Eastern Greene County. How about this, Jed? It has over 560 wins for his career. This year's version of his team looks like this. Offensively, they're averaging 62 points a game. Defensively, only giving up 44. Alonzo Clausen-Smith, a 6-foot senior, 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, does a little bit of everything. Davion Penny, a 6'3 senior, averages 14, and Trayshawn Baker, a sophomore, chips in about 8 points a game. Jet, what are the keys for Lafayette Jet tonight to come away with a victory?
I think it really does come down to Alonzo Clausen-Smith, the 6-foot senior. He scored in double figures in every single game this season. He has 13 games of 20-plus points, including the last 7. Mind you, Lafayette Jeff has won all 7 of those games where he scored 20-plus in these last 7 games. He's going to get in the passing lanes. He's going to try and get some steals. He's had 3 or more steals in all but 2 games this season, and had a season-high 8 earlier on a few weeks back.
Very impressive stat line for Alonzo Clausen-Smith as he looks to lead the Broncos to a road victory. Meanwhile, Indianapolis, Washington comes in with a record of 8-10. Head coach Omar Dillard's in his first season at Washington. He spent previously the other 5 years at Tinley. Offensively, the Continentals average 60 points per game, but give up defensively 65. We talk about Mr. President's Day. Roosevelt Franklin, number 2 for Washington, averages 25 points per game. He's complemented by number 33, Cameron Brewer, a 6'4 junior. He'll chip in 11 points per game and also grabs about 6 rebounds. Robert Sanders, a 6'1 senior, gets 60 points per game as well, but he's about 30% from the three-point line. They're going to need that third scorer tonight to compete with the Broncos. Jet, what's Washington need to do to pull off an upset in tonight's matchup?
You're going to need a lot out of Roosevelt Franklin. And I'll say this, it's going to come down to the turnovers. This season, when Franklin has turned the ball over 3 times or less, the Continentals are 6-1. That's what it's going to come down to. He's obviously a phenomenal scorer. It's about can he keep the ball in the Continentals' possession. I think another player that I would like to mention is the one sophomore on the team, King McLaurin. He's averaging 7.2 points per game in their last 5 games. Had a season-high 11 points a couple weeks ago against Indianapolis Prep. 4 games this year with 3 or more steals. I think they're going to have to get him involved and get a little scrappy here if they want to come out with a win.
If you look at the tape comparison between these two teams, if you break down the field goal percentage, Lafayette Jeff has the advantage at 48% to Washington's 43%. The three-point line, again, favors the Broncos. They shoot the ball 35% from the three-point line as opposed to Washington's 28%. Free throw percentage, 68% for Lafayette Jeff to 57% for Washington. And like you mentioned, Jet, I think a key stat, turnovers. There's the biggest discrepancy that I've seen from these team stats. Washington has 17 turnovers to Lafayette Jeff's 10. So you almost double your possessions.
Exactly. And I think that's really where Lafayette Jeff's been very good. The game that they lost to Anderson back in in January, they had 22 turnovers in that ball game, and that was the key reason of why they lost. So I think both sides is going to be about keeping the ball in their hands, but Lafayette Jeff has shown that they can do that a little bit more than Indianapolis, Washington.
This is the second game in this series. The first game was last year, December 18th, in 2021, and Lafayette Jeff won by a score of 64-51. Hey, we'll step aside for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups and get you set for the opening tip. It's Lafayette Jefferson, and it's Indianapolis, Washington, and it's only on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Washington High School for tonight's matchup. Let's take down to the public address announcer for today's starting lineups. There you have the starting lineups for both teams, as well as our officials, Jeff Williamson, Steve Bryson, and Jeff Hedges. Thank you for those, you guys working tonight. We appreciate your efforts. Here are the lineups for Washington. They'll go with Franklin, Shelby, Sanders, Vandiver, and Brewer. And for Lafayette, Jeff will go Penny, Clausen, Smith, Olson, Atch, and Baker. Lafayette, Jeff in their road dark uniforms, while George Washington High School will be in their home whites. A little pinstripe on the back. I do like the backs of those. Those are sharp, Jets.
Saw him on the bench there. I don't know if I've seen that just in the back, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
Looks pretty good. Tip is controlled by the Broncos. And they're underway. Continentals in a man-to-man defense. There's Olson up top as they're working around the perimeter.
Good shot there, but H not really known for his three-point shooting. He's 0 for 4 on the year. He is, though. That's Alonzo Clausen-Smith.
Bang, right from the get-go. Clausen-Smith puts it in, up 3. Nice jump stop. Playing off 2 feet, but Franklin can't get it to go, and here come the Broncos in transition.
That's going to be your matchup tonight, though. It's going to be Clausen-Smith, and it's going to be Franklin.
Nice shot fake by Baker. Up and in, and it's quickly 5-0. Lafayette Jeff in their man-to-man half-court defense.
Trying to get it down low there, but it's batted away by Lafayette Jeff. That was H.
Trying to get it into Brewer in the post. I tell you, as a post player, when you got someone on your side, you just got to drive him up the lane. You don't have to think about making a post move.
Low man wins down there. That's what I was always told.
I didn't like it when those small guards went in to try to defend me. Ball in the backcourt. Here comes Washington. Shelby the drive. Here's the kick out.
Hands on passes a lot early is what I'm really noticing. Getting hands in the face of shooters, not making anything easy so far for the Continentals.
There's Olsen for three, and they got it again. How about that? An 8-0 run, Jet, to start the game, and a quick timeout by Washington. Will take it with them with 6:44 remaining here in quarter number one.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grace.
A quick 8-0 lead by Jeff on the scoreboard as we take a look at some of the action here, Jet.
I mean, 3 for 3 to start the game thus far. I mean, everything's really coming easy for them. They've gotten a couple open threes. They got down low with ease. It's just not been enough defensively for Indianapolis, Washington. I think they've gotten some good shots on the defensive side of the ball, though they're really slacking right now.
Here's a slip ball screen. Deflected again, and in transition, here come the Broncos. Up and in is Alonzo Clausen-Smith. He now has 5.
Still yet to miss a shot are the Broncos this far into the game.
Talk about efficient.
Wow. Wow.
And getting it done on the defensive end as well.
Exactly. I mean, they're getting hands on the ball, and this is what we talked about in pregame. You cannot turn the ball over this much, and they've already been doing so this early.
Brewer can't get it to go. Clausen-Smith will rebound. Quick outlet down the court.
What a defensive stop there.
And they call a foul?
They did.
Thought there was some body contact. I think the official is calling a foul. Good eye zone awareness by Clausen-Smith, keeping his vision, looking down the court and finding number 24, Trayshawn Baker.
That was Cameron Brewer that picked up the foul. He had 29 points and 9 rebounds in the Continental's last game against Kip Legacy. He picks up the foul early.
Baker hits the first free throw. 11-0. Baker, the sophomore, 63% from the charity stripe. And they stay perfect again. No announcers jinx for the Broncos.
A little bit of light pressure here from Jefferson early on in this one. Wide open shot there for Franklin. He's going to get fouled.
Oh, the Cardinal sin, Jet. Can't foul a three-point shooter.
Especially when you're off to a run like this, you're up 12-0. You know, they haven't really found anything working for them on offense. Last thing you want to do is put them to the line, but it looks like they're not going to do that.
They didn't call it in the act of shooting, which is kind of unusual. That's what the coach there, Coach Dillard, was questioning, but you saw the referee kind of motion the forearm, so it must have been after he landed.
I'll get another crack at it, though.
Yep, first team foul, both teams with 1, and here comes Washington. They
Good
get
pass.
down to the post.
It's a great play right there. You're going to need a little bit more of that tonight. You're probably going to need to get down low, but you're also going to have to get back on defense. It's a good board there.
Cameron Brewer cleaning it up on both ends down in the paint. Washington now looks to have points on back-to-back possessions. Shelby will stop and pop.
Create a little bit of space there, but Jefferson is really doing a good job of getting out on the perimeter and stopping those shots.
Contested shot doesn't go. Rebound by Penny. Loose ball taken out of there by Washington. The Continentals drive, and a foul's going to be called as Van Diver takes it to the hole.
I'm liking the approach here from Washington, though. They're really being aggressive despite the slump early on. They're still trying to get to the rim. They're pushing it in transition as they did here. The foul there, of course, on H. That's his first.
Free throw is good. Vandiver, a 55% free throw shooter.
Here's King McLaurin. Talked about him a little bit pregame. 7.2 points per game in these last 5 games. Goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line here, and it's rebounded by Penny.
Yeah, excuse me, that was King McLaurin who checked in and got those points.
Got him down low here. Looks like.
Here's Penny with the ball. Isolated on Franklin.
Great defense there from Franklin.
Three-pointer on the way by Baker, off no. Vandiver with the rebound.
I felt that was almost a forced three there. You're getting really anything you want right now. You get that shot at any time.
12-3.
You got numbers here. Good back
Franklin
cut.
drive, got hit, no call. Gets back up after the rebound. Third try, gets it again, goes back up.
That's how you play
fourth time.
Stays with the play there, has a third and fourth try there, and converts the bucket. Still not getting back on defense, though.
12-5, quick in transition. Attacking the rim, can't finish, was McLaurin.
It's a good defensive effort, though, there from Washington. That was Shelby there with the steal, but they give it right back.
Yeah, Clausen Smith gets his hand. Fast-paced action here in the first quarter. Up and down these two teams go.
He gets 3.6 of those per game, Clausen Smith does.
Good hard hedge there by Brewer on the ball screen. And they'll call a foul on Roosevelt Franklin.
Washington, it feels like they're getting a lot of good shots right at the can. It feels like they're not putting them in.
You think that could be, are they rushing, or are they worried intimidation?
I think a little intimidation. I think a little intimidation. You've seen H, he's picked up a foul here and he's been aggressive at the rim. I wonder if it's a little scared of contact.
Here's some Mark Barnheiser flex for you, ladies and gentlemen. Back screen, down screen.
Gets a great shot.
And the basket's good by Davion Penny. It halts the 5-0 run by Washington, 14-5, with 3 minutes to go here in quarter number one.
They've gotten themselves back into it, though. They just have to keep answering on this end of the floor. It's a good kick out. Just fumbles it.
Gathers, again, one of those short shots just right around the rim. And Washington just can't get it to fall. Meanwhile, Clausen Smith drives and will earn a trip to the free throw line.
It feels like this could be a completely different ball game if Washington would just hit those bunnies at the rim. Clausen Smith drives in and he's fouled.
Yeah, you got to stop the ball there at the defensive end.
They've had a hard time doing that this game, getting back on defense after the makes and misses.
Smith's first free throw is good. He now has 6 points. The lead climbs back up to 10.
It's a good job from Lafayette Jefferson, though, controlling a quick little 5-0 run from Washington. They handled it well. Now they're at the free throw line and they're up double digits once more.
Don't you? You just get the feeling that they can play at their pace and make Washington play at their pace.
And here they go. They're going to trap a little bit here. It's a three-quarter court press. They get it across just fine, but still getting the hands on the ball.
Active hands on the floor is what you want to see, and they able to get the steal. Clausen Smith up the top, thought about the three.
I think they're going to have their way around the three-point line tonight. It just feels like Washington's a step late closing out.
Loose ball is going to be taken out of there by Brewer. Here come the Continentals. Shelby with it on top.
You got a lot of real estate down low there.
Nice play. Cameron Brewer held off the defender, kept him on his back. And I like the bounce pass to the post. Keep it out of the way of getting that deflection. We've seen so many deflections by that Bronco defense here in the first 6 minutes of the quarter.
And they're doing a very good job. The foul there.
King McLaurin on the foul as we take a look at that replay.
They're doing a really good job of getting it down low. They're taking away Franklin. They're really taking away the perimeter as a whole. They're going to have to start playing down low, and that's what they've been trying to do thus far.
Lafayette Jeff with the ball. Clausen Smith. Good swing around the perimeter. Three is no good, but coming in to get the rebounds, Olsen.
Here's a
might have traveled there, but out to Clausen Smith for three.
Anyways.
No good. Loose ball.
Rebound. Great hustle there.
Olsen with the save, and they're going to reset.
Great hustle there from H. Both sides are really giving forth a big effort here. It's almost like this season's coming to a close, huh? Great take.
Yeah. Trayshawn Baker.
Wow. That's a really impressive take. He's got 6 so far.
Goes right into the contact. And ball is knocked out of bounds. They'll say it goes off Brewer.
Big time take. I mean, that is an aggressive take on a defender that is much, much bigger. That's 6'4" Cameron Brewer down low that he just took it up on.
Under a minute to go. Here in quarter number 1.
11-point lead for Jefferson. They're controlling the game top to bottom here. I keep going back to it. It felt like Washington's left some opportunities and some shots on the board there. But regardless, Jefferson continues to answer on this end of the floor.
Continentals change it up here, Jet, to his zone.
Deep three there. Big board there from H.
Oh, and a nice pass by Clausen Smith.
That went to Penny. I mean, that's where I think the game is being lost right now for Washington. Great finish there. That was King McLaurin, who's, like I said, been playing very good. He's got 3 thus far. But I think that's where the game is being lost. I think one side, Jefferson, is really winning the hustle plays. They're getting offensive rebounds. They're saving balls out of bounds. I haven't seen that much thus far from Washington.
Here's a shot by Penny at the end of the quarter. Rim's no good. And that'll do it for their first quarter of action. Lafayette Jeff on top of Washington by a score of 20-9. We'll take a break and come back with second quarter action on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Reynolds Farm Equipment is the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, and landscapers and commercial contractors throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give them a call today at 317-849-0810. Clark Chafin along here with Jet Garrett. Jet, big first quarter for Lafayette Jeff. At one point had a 13-point lead at 20-7, but the quarter ends 20-9 as we start second quarter action.
Been a whole lot of Alonzo Clausen Smith. He had 7 in that first quarter there. But what I really thought it came down to was the defensive effort from Lafayette Jefferson. Really getting a lot of stops there. And as I say it, the announcer jinx strikes once more.
3 by Roosevelt Franklin.
Going to have to get him involved here if they want any chance of winning this one. He only had 2 points there in that first quarter. They were forcing a lot down low. Answering right back is Lafayette Jefferson.
Penny right back at him. Answers from deep.
He's got 7.
Balance attack. You can see how this Lafayette Jet team is 17-3, Jet.
I mean, that's for a reason. You know, you are what your record says you are. More times than not. Whistle's going to blow it dead.
I think they'll call a double dribble or an out of bounds.
I think he might have dribbled that out of bounds is what the call would have been. Maybe a double dribble.
Well, I will tell you that, you know, Roosevelt Franklin, he gets, as we see that nice step back for 3 there, he's going to get it. Coach Barnheiser's best shot on the defensive end.
That's where you're going to win the game. They did a good job of stopping him there in the first quarter. Not a great job of stopping the offensive attack there, but Lafayette Jefferson did a very good job stopping him in the first quarter. He only had 2 points. I mean, he's averaging nearly 25 on the year. I thought the defensive game plan was very good from the Broncos early on.
Shelby will go to the free throw line, 56% on the season. Back of the rim, no good. The Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600. Second free throw is good. Shelby will get his first point.
Going to need a bucket here from Jefferson. Going to need a bucket here. Washington, they're getting to the free throw line. They hit the 3 early. They're going to have to continue the offensive pressure.
Clausen Smith thought about it.
Can't give him space. Cannot give him space.
Driving kick. Penny shot fakes. Gets a step.
It's good defense.
Deflection, loose ball. It's taken away by Franklin.
A little bit of they get picked from behind there by Aiden H, but I thought that was a good tempo there from the Continental's transition.
Sometimes you just got to give the defense credit, right? What a great play for him, a great hustle play. Here's a strong drive and finish by Clausen Smith.
I tell you, you look at the stat sheet and you see players like that and their averages, and you really wonder, so far from watching Alonzo Clausen Smith, he is the real deal.
Foul on the Broncos. That's Clausen Smith's foul. It would be their second team foul. 6 minutes to go. The Continentals knock it out of bounds. Boilermaker Local 374 represents highly skilled and highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build or an upgrade or facility maintenance, count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do the job right the first time.
The defensive effort from Aiden H specifically down low for the Broncos has been really impressive, and he's long. I mean, he's tall anyways as it is, but he is really, really making a great effort and stopping what seems to be the offensive game plan from the Continentals.
Deep three from Franklin, finds it, his second three.
And there's just some things you can't guard. There's just some things you can't guard, and that's one of them right there.
Single digits. Can the Broncos answer back? No. But the rebound, a little out of control, and they've turned it over on the outlet pass.
Take a look at this shot here. I mean, that's a deep three.
That's volleyball line.
That is a deep three right there. They did a good job as well of hedging the screen, preventing him from turning the corner. I think you're going to continue to give up that shot if you're the Broncos.
Clausen Smith over to Penny. Like that 3 on one side, 2 on the other. Little flex look. The shot fake and drive by Hardy.
Above everything else, the defensive effort, I mean, he cheated the pass there and got beat for 3 there. But the defensive effort so far in this second quarter has been much, much better from Washington.
Jeff then comes with a half-court trap. Step through, finds Roosevelt Franklin. Nice jump stop, tries to play off 2. And the deflection goes out of bounds. We'll stay here with Continentals.
You know, there was one thing that was stressed to me in high school, my senior year. Never pass over the top. Never, ever do it. And then that's what Franklin did. Luckily, they retained the possession. Shout out Coach Melton.
There you go. Trayshawn Baker checks in for the Broncos. 4:52 here to go in the first half.
It's a good pass.
Can't get it to go. Another one of those chippies.
I just don't think they're getting into the contact as much. I think they're shying away from the contact. The referees have shown that they're going to call it down low and they're going to put you to the free throw line. You have to get into them and go up strong.
Let's get your eyes on that square. Don't worry about anything else but finishing as Clausen Smith drives and will draw another foul on Washington.
We'll give him. I wasn't sure if they would give him the free throws where that was called, but he will go to the line for 2. He's got a 12 in this game already in the first half.
And he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line is Alonzo Clausen Smith. First one is good. This matches the largest lead of the game at 13. Previously was 20-7. Second basket is also good from the charity stripe. 30-16.
14 points already for Clausen Smith. A real volume scorer. He's shown he can do it everywhere. They're going to turn it over here. I mean, he's getting it done down low from the perimeter and getting to the free throw
30-second timeout. We'll take it with him on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
They say nice guys don't.
Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call today at 317-396-1023.
I'll tell you, I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far from the sophomore for Lafayette Jefferson, Trayshawn Baker. I think he's playing really well on the defensive side of the ball, has 6 points in this game as well.
Robert Sanders through the elevator on offense. Nice set play out of the timeout by Coach Dillard. And a 3 goes down for Sanders. They fall back into the 3-2 zone, trying to match up those shooters. Penny shot fake, dribble right, pull up, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Shelby.
Slow down here. You just need to get a bucket, whether it's down low or on the perimeter. Roosevelt Franklin not on the floor right now, so I can imagine that they're going to really play through Cameron Brewer here.
Brewer has it. Little jump hook. Got pushed out, I think, a little farther than he wanted yet.
He's got to use that body and that size. I mean, he's 6'4". He's got to be the strongest player on the floor right now. You have to use that to your advantage.
Deep 3 from Clausen Smith. That one rims out, no. Nice rebound by Vanderveer, and here comes Washington.
You really got to guard Clausen Smith everywhere on the floor, don't you?
Nice driving kick. 3's no good by Sanders. He had just hit one. And there's Baker, as you mentioned, Jet.
I mean, he's everywhere, and he's a little smaller. He's there for 3. He shoots 34% from out there, but I mean, it was another hustle play from him, the young sophomore, trying to make a name for himself at the end of the year. And there he is again with the steal.
He'll initiate the break. He looks ahead.
You could see the reaction from him. He knew that was a mistake.
Nice left-handed move.
What a finish there. It's back to 9 here for him.
Nice basket there by Shelby.
They've done a good job of getting this lead down from double digits to about 7 or 9. They haven't been able to get over that hump. I'm curious to see how they will look defensively.
Rebound.
Oh, what a finish there!
How about that play?
Christopher Hardy. What a way to pick up your first 2 points of the ball game.
That was almost like a tip-in 21
Wow.
move when you're playing in the front yard with your buddies. Let's take a look at this one, Jet.
And I mean, here he is. I mean, wow. He stole that from his own teammate there. That was Aiden H. that had it.
Coming all the way from beyond the three-point line. And you can even tell, right? Like, he read which side of the ball that rebound was coming to.
It's just things like that for Washington. You get the stop defensively, but you lose your guy blocking out and things. Obviously, that's a crazy make, but you have to make the little plays like that.
Franklin has checked back into the ball game. Minute 30 to go.
Take a look here. That's Trayshawn Baker guarding him. They're going to switch now, but I mean, he is very quick and handsy, and that is going to be a problem, I think, for Roosevelt Franklin.
Sanders misses the corner 3 with a minute 15 to left. Washington will go back into the zone defense.
Oh, good hands there. Good hands there. That's Kevy Shelby.
On the floor, the officials will call a jump ball. Dynamark, looking to elevate your brand. Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, and promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years, Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Call today at 317-328-2555. Skip pass, they move it around the perimeter. Jeff decides to attack with a little 4 out here.
It's interesting to see how the offense works without Clausen Smith on the floor. It feels like a lot more ball movement, especially on the perimeter, going with the 4 out, 1 in. I think they like their size advantage down low, too.
Here's a drive. Nice give and go. Up in the foul as H will go to the free throw line.
They ran a really good two-man there. They brought Washington brought Van Dever out. They ran a really nice two-man game there, and Aiden H gets fouled. But a really nice pass there from Christopher Hardy, who's having a really solid second quarter.
Yeah, you make 2 people guard you, someone's going to be open as the free throw falls for Aiden. He's a 43% free throw shooter. It's 33-21. Rims the second one, no good. Here comes Washington, maybe with the last shot of the first half.
I feel like you got to hold it here, get a little momentum, and that's not how you get momentum going into the half. You had a good chance there to gain some momentum going into the half, come out, get your starters back on the floor. Instead, big swing here for Jefferson.
First of post-P pass. Rebound no good. Here they come in transition. A quick push. Brewer.
Got to get one up.
McLaurin. And did they call the foul? And
looks like they did.
They did. They're going to put some time back on the clock, I think. Or was it a shooting foul?
I don't think. I mean, they're holding up 2, but I don't think that was a shooting foul.
He is going to shoot free throws.
Okay.
King McLaurin, a 60% free throw shooter, has 3 points on the night.
Went scoreless there in that second quarter, though. Outside of the 2 threes from Roosevelt Franklin early in that second quarter, not a great offensive showing from the Continentals there in that second quarter.
And he'll hit them both. And he'll cut the lead to 10 here at halftime. Does King McLaurin. That's do it for the first half of action. With Lafayette Jeff on top of Washington 33-23. Highway Safety Services. You do what you do, we'll keep you safe doing it. Contact us at 765-446-1502. Thank you to Highway Safety Services. We'll take a short break, come back with some halftime stats, and bring you some of our halftime show here on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year. IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. You know, donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program, with our reach. Maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation, or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner, come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger. It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw.
Boy, what a stick, huh?
Side out, Back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt.
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Clark Chafin here with my partner, Jet Garrett. Daniel Thacker on camera and our awesome producer, Chuck Levine. Halftime here at Washington High School. Lafayette Jeff on top of the Continentals by a score of 33-23. Let's take a look at some scoring here at halftime by the Charge. We'll start with the visiting team, the Lafayette Jeff Broncos. Davian Penny with 7 points. Alonzo Clausen-Smith with 14. Chris Hardy with 2. Chris Olson with 3. Aiden Atch with 1. And Trayshawn Baker with 6. H with his 1 for 2 at the free throw line and leads Lafayette Jefferson with 33 points. And for the home team, Indianapolis Washington Continentals, they're led in scoring by Roosevelt Franklin. Their leading scorer has 8 points. 5 points for King McLaurin, 4 points for Cameron Brewer, 3 points for Robert Sanders, and 3 points for Kiwi Shelby. Halftime score here again, 33-23. And Jet, we take a look at the scoring by quarters. It was a 20-9 lead after the first period by Lafayette Jeff. Halftime, that lead is now down to 10. So Washington's got to hang their hat on that second quarter, being able to cut in, although by a little bit margin, right, but able to cut in and play within that second quarter.
Well, I mean, if you really take away the rough start to the game for Washington, this is a tie ball game. It's completely different. They got out to a rough start. They dug themselves a hole. They did a good job there in the second quarter of slowly getting themselves out. They're going to need a big third quarter here if they want a chance at this in the fourth.
Lead at one time was up to 14 at 30-16. Washington quickly got on a little bit of a run and cut it to 9 at 30-21, and it's really been about that 10-point advantage for Lafayette Jeff the entire way. You look at future games here for both teams. Lafayette Jeff will play Friday, February 21st at Richmond, and then in their regular season, on Tuesday, February 25th against Bowman Academy. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll play on Thursday. We'll have it here for you on IndianaSRN against Shortridge. And then Saturday, February 22nd at Marion, and Friday, the 28th of February at Victory College Prep. So the remainder schedule for both teams. Remind you that officially humans, our mission to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on fields and courts. Do your part and practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. And quickly, to start the half, a 2-point basket by Trayshawn Baker.
Well, it was stolen there by Clausen Smith. I mean, they had a 2-on-1 game on the inbound, and that's kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. They're doing a good job, and there's another turnover there, and a foul in transition. They have to capitalize when they have the ball in their hands, and thus far, they've done a good job of that for a few possessions in a row. They get the game to single digits, and then it falls away again.
Felt like at the beginning, Lafayette Jeff had a lot of deflections, hit some open threes, and got out to that 12-0 lead. And combine that with some missed bunny opportunities, I think, from Washington. They settled in a little bit more there in the second half and played them pretty even. As they go back to this 3-2 zone look to try to tag those three-point shooters.
And it felt like it worked. They gave up 2 threes there in that second quarter. Good stop there defensively. It feels like this is working a lot more than the man-to-man defense that they were running there in that first quarter.
Lafayette Jeff had 4 threes in the first half and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. To Washington had 3 threes and 4 for 6 from the free throw line. So hanging right with him in some statistical categories as a loose ball taken away by H.
Felt like he had the layup there, too. That wasn't anything defensively. That was just Roosevelt Franklin, and he lost the ball.
Set up against the zone. Olsen, they find the middle. Inside out. 3 on the way. In and out, no good.
There it is again. Offensive rebounds have really been a backbreaker. Good ball fake there. Wow, what a play there from Trayshawn Baker.
Bang! Baker now with 11. And the lead quickly goes up to 15.
He's got 11 in this one. He's coming off a 14-point game against Indianapolis Tech. He went 2 for 3 from 3 there. That one was his first 3 of the ball game here tonight.
Well, Jet, you mentioned it. That fake, that 3, just that little hesitation to that pass gave that defender another step or two. Nice,
very good
entry pass by Olsen.
Had nowhere to go. I felt like there Penny should have just turned and taken the short jumper instead of taking that dribble down low.
3 on the way is off the mark by Shelby.
Olsen with the rebound there. Felt like they rushed that shot a little bit. You know, you can get that shot at any point in time.
Yeah, no passes, kind of a hurried shot. Exactly. There's that ball fake. Moves the defender, frees up some space, and finds himself right in rhythm. Knocks it down.
It's a great shot, but an even better ball fake. There's a lot of fans out there watching that see that ball fake, and they absolutely love it. I guarantee you there are high school coaches that are going to be showing that film.
Something small made such a big impact on that particular play.
Exactly. It's the little things.
Here's the hard hedge. H dives. Left-hand shot, no good. Gets his own rebound. Brings it down, though, and nice quick hands by McLaurin with the steal.
Had to kick out to Baker there in the corner. Decided to take it up on 3. I thought it was a good shot. Had Baker in the corner, though.
McLaurin drives and high off the glass for his 7th point. And the first points for the Continentals here in the second half.
They're going to need to get a stop here defensively, though. It's 13 points here. We're nearly halfway through this third quarter. They're going to have to trim this lead sooner rather than later.
Penny knocks it down. He's a 44% three-point shooter in the drive and kick. And he drills his second 3. He now goes into double digits in scoring. And the lead is the largest at 16 at 41-25.
And Penny, the senior, he's coming off a season high. He had 30 against Indianapolis Tech and 4 threes.
King answers with a drive of his own. Coach Barnheiser wants a timeout. That's a 30-second timeout. Indiana Sports Page, wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pro sports. We have it all. Check it out on the IndianaSRN.org and click on the Sports Page tab. Stay informed with the IndianaSRN Sports Page. And make a difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org. Add directing your donation to a specific school or hit just the donate button. More games means more opportunity for our kids. Indiana SRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Going to need to see a little bit more here from that duo of Cameron Brewer and Roosevelt Franklin. Brewer had 4 there in that first quarter, and Franklin's got 8. But if they want to get back in this ball game and then they want to counter this three-point attack that Jefferson's using here early in the second half, those two guys are going to have to get going.
Clausen Smith got loose for a little bit. Good recovery, though, and help defense by the Continentals. They go to man-to-man now as H has the ball up top. Clausen Smith drives. Penny for 3 again. Back iron, no. High off the rebound was McLaurin. Clausen Smith gets it, and he can't connect. It just seems like Lafayette Jeff gets their hand on every loose ball.
Big time 3 there from Franklin.
Roosevelt Franklin, his third 3. And it's down to 11.
Going to have to get a stop here. You get a stop here and you go get a score. Momentum is on your side, and you're ready to make a push here as this third quarter comes to a close.
There's your stop, Jet. Nice catch by Franklin, and finishes with the right hand.
Say I need to see more from Franklin. He scores 5 quick points out of the timeout, and just like that, it's once again a 9-point game.
Good defensive intensity. Going to be a blocking foul on Van Dever rather. You see the pull-up 3. That's a tough shot in transition, Jet.
I mean, it takes a lot of guts to pull that shot, but when you're a guy like Roosevelt Franklin, he shoots 33% from out there. He averages 24.6. I think he's got the green light.
Here's a post feed to H, one-on-one. Kick out, 3 on the way by Olsen is long. Penny with the rebound, a nice pass to Clausen Smith. How about that, Jet? The awareness to keep the ball above his head, not bring it down, and get it to his teammate quickly.
I mean, you saw H do it a little bit earlier. He brought the ball down, and it led to a turnover. They get the second chance point, or third chance points even there, which seems to be the tail of this game.
Franklin goes strong to the basket and will draw the foul. He'll take his first trips to the free throw line, where he is a 68% free throw shooter. That one rims out.
You know, when you're down like this, you take anything you can get. I mean, when you get to the charity stripe here, it feels like you have to be that much more. There's less room for error, is what I'm trying to say at the free throw line in this stage of the game.
Got to take advantage of these opportunities. Clock stopped as he makes the second one.
He's got 6 here in the quarter now. I mean, since that timeout, he's come out with a little bit of a fire on the offensive end of the ball.
There's your flex back screen, down screen. They find Hardy, who just checked into the ball game.
How about H? Give him a 3, huh?
I don't know if he's. I don't think
not attempted one all year.
He is not. There's a holding foul on that back cut. That's one thing that flex offense will do. You've got to be disciplined. You really got to jump to the ball to anticipate those cuts.
Haven't really done a good job of that there. It feels like they're not really getting in the passing lanes. I think that comes down to defensive intensity. I think they've almost been lacking there a little bit, whereas Jefferson, like we've mentioned, they're getting their hands on everything.
They'll call a foul on Roosevelt Franklin, and that's quickly the 4th team foul of this quarter. That'll put Jeff in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. So substitutions as Robert Sanders checks back in. I believe Franklin goes to the bench.
It feels, a little foul trouble here. I think you leave him there a little bit. It's just tough down 10 in this scenario. Now down 13 to put your best player on the bench.
Hardy with a big 3. His first one of the game. He's a 30% three-point shooter.
4 of 14 from out there this season. He knocks down a big one for the Broncos.
H goes high for the rebound. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter. Good ball reversal. They find the Penny in the post. Tries to go up and under, splits the double team. Loose ball. Gets on the floor. They're going to call a travel. I didn't necessarily think he really had possession to get a travel call, but
I didn't think so either. I thought that was a great hustle play once again. I mean, that was one on three there. You know, I mean, that's one you got to come up with if you're Washington, but feels like they got bailed out a little bit there.
Burtz checks in for Washington. So does Amari Rich for the Broncos. 46-33 here in quarter number 3 on IndianaSRN. Lafayette Jeff coming with the half-court trap.
A little bit of pressure here. Their best player on the bench. You know, it's going to be, I mean, you pressure these guards a little bit, they're going to get antsy, and you're going to get transition points.
Clausen Smith drives and will get fouled in transition. Let me see if they give us they'll give it to number 10, Shelby. And Clausen Smith to the free throw line where he's 4 for 4. He has 16 points, averages 22. And he makes the first free throw.
He's playing a really good game, and honestly, they're up 14, and he's below his scoring average here so far. That just kind of shows how deep this Jefferson team is. We've talked about sectionals a little bit. This is a team that you definitely do not want to draw.
Sound fundamentally. They don't beat themselves. They can mix up defenses. They can beat you in the half court or in transition.
It's an extremely well-coached basketball team, and that's what you get when your guy's been doing it 41 years.
So 563 wins. He's got some credentials.
Right. This is nothing new to him here today. Big three from Rich.
No good. H with the rebound, but blocked at the rim by Van Dever. Swinging around, a three on the way by Sanders. No good. Hardy gets the rebound.
This is just a really, really hard team to guard because, you know, you get a stop and they are all immediately crashing the boards. They're going to get another open three here from Rich. He misses again.
Front rim, no. Here's a quick transition. Burtz tries to get it up. Can't get it to fall. 3-on-1. Penny up and under.
Good take there. Good finish from him. They had the 3-on-1 in transition, and they now extend the lead to 16, the largest of the game.
10 seconds left. Let's see what the Continentals do. Skip it around. Burtz drives, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll stay here.
Look at a nice suit that guy's got going on down there. We're going to get that blazer.
I don't know. Those are tough to come by. See the drive and the block by H out of bounds. 2.2 seconds left. Lafayette Jeff ahead. Last play here of the third quarter.
Good pass, good cut all around there. Great play from Washington there to close out the quarter.
Shackford gets the bucket, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Lafayette Jet on top, 50-35 on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
I think I'm missing 2 points. I got 5 for Penny, 4 for Clausen Smith.
Welcome back to Washington High School here at George McGinnis Gymnasium as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow at 317-894-7000.
Really good scoring attack here from Lafayette Jefferson. They're really spreading the ball out amongst everyone on the floor. You can have a player like Alonzo Clausen-Smith, and you as a defense can take him away, but when you have other players like Devion Penny scoring 5 last quarter, Hardy and Baker both hitting threes, they're forcing you to guard everywhere, and that just opens everything up.
Well, often coaches, Jet, talk about the beginning of the third quarter and how critical the third quarter is. Lafayette Jeff did not give Washington very much life. They win the third quarter 17-12 and taken a commanding 15-point lead as the foul sends Clausen-Smith to the free throw line.
And that third quarter was pretty big for them. We talked about it coming out of the break for the Continentals. They got the lead down to 10. They had an opportunity to maybe get that to a 5-4 point ball game heading into the fourth. Instead, they're down 15.
Clausen-Smith with his first missed free throw. His second one is good. 51-35.
Not a lot of room for error here for the Continentals the rest of the way. They're going to have to be pretty efficient on this end of the floor. That is not the start that you need.
And Jet put the kibosh on the offense. Again, though, you got to credit Lafayette Jeff's defense.
Of course.
Ball pressure, deflections, they've been active, and active without fouling.
Exactly. You haven't seen Washington really go to the free throw line a whole lot. I mean, that to me comes down to really good coaching. You can attribute everything to good coaching, but something like that, very disciplined are his players.
They break the three-quarter press and reset. Penny with the ball. Here comes the flex cuts.
Going to get good defense there. Unfortunately, one guy slips away there. That's just great offense there for Lafayette Jeff.
Amari Rich with his first three-point field goal. And the largest lead of the night is 19 as H grabs the rebound.
Rich has come into this one a 27% shooter from three, but he's shown a lot of confidence out there. 1 for 3, knocking down his first one.
Hardy to Clausen-Smith. Rich is a 5'9" senior off the bench.
It's good minutes from him so far, too, especially on defense.
Oh,
good move.
Nice shot fake up and under. Put the brakes on and let him drive on by. And the field goal is good by Clausen-Smith. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him with Lafayette Jeff up here in the quarter number 4 on IndianaSRN.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for an amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. Call today at 866-885-3249.
Something that's been really impressive here that I've seen is the defense from Aiden H. And he's not on the floor right now, but he scored 1 point in this ball game. But he really held Cameron Brewer. He held him to 4 points early on in the game, and that's really been where this team's been rolling.
Clausen-Smith gets the push ahead from the steal by Hardy and gets another basket, 58-35, as the foul on the drive. Cameron Brewer checks back in. Anthony Burtz goes to the bench. Also, Robert Sanders will check in for the Continentals.
Sanders started this game for them. He had 43 points there in the first 4 games, and 11 games since he's only scored 52. So they really want to get him going, especially this time of the year.
Nice out of bounds play. Brewer gets his first second half field goal. And 3-on-2 the other way. Penny goes up but draws the foul. Attack that press. Hardy in the middle. Almost becomes like the 11-man break that you do in practice.
Exactly, and that's what you're looking to do. You can't break that with a dribble. You know, and they did a really good job there of breaking it with the pass, and now they're shooting 2 free throws.
Penny at the stripe, 83%. Gets his 13th point, 1 away from his average.
Had a really good ball game. He's hit a couple threes, knocks down both from the free throw line.
He can do a little bit of everything, right? He can handle, as a lot of these guys are multi-skilled, right? I mean, they can shoot jump shots, they can put it on the floor. They've got a move and a counter move.
That's now double figures for Penny in 6 straight games and 11 of his last 12. He has really been very important in this, not only this winning streak that Lafayette Jefferson is experiencing, but they're 17, soon to be 18-3 start.
Franklin's three's no good. And rebound by Torrey Davis, who's checked into the game for Lafayette Jeff. 6'4's junior post player. As Lafayette Jeff on the defensive end went to that zone to kind of match those three-point shooters. Here's some ball pressure. Stolen away by Keem McLaurin. Franklin can't get it to go.
Dunking it there. I don't know about that decision down by this much this late. That's a great finish there from Clausen Smith.
He takes care of it on the other end.
He's got 25 points tonight.
3 is no good. Penny gets the rebound. He'll push ahead, and they'll call a foul. It's Clausen Smith with the catch. Plays through the contact and will go to the free throw line. Good look ahead by Penny. Again, just another layer to his game as you see that full court pass right on the money.
I thought that was good defense there as well from Brewer, but he's going to pick up the foul. He's gonna put him to the line here for 2 more. Misses the first. We're really looking at this Clausen Smith and Franklin matchup. Clausen Smith has 25 in this one. Franklin with just 14. They've done a very good job from right out of the gates. They did a good job game planning for him, really jumping those ball screens, not allowing him to get open. The shots that he did make were, deep threes. So very good defensive effort from Jefferson tonight.
Largest lead now at 26 for the Broncos. In the post, Brewer. Nice spin move by Cameron Brewer.
4 in the quarter now for Brewer.
Penny will drive. Uncontested, but a good follow-up by Davis.
To me, those are tough to give up. Those are just simply effort and getting back on defense after the make, and then just kind of gasoline onto the fire, the putback.
Wheeler Mission for over 131 years. Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Can you volunteer today? Call today at 317-686-6239. That's Wheeler Mission. It's a quick timeout, and also let you know that the Highway Safety Services are services you do what you do, and we'll keep you safe doing it. Contact Highway Safety Services today at 765-446-1502. Stay tuned after the game for our Morales Group post-game show, where we'll bring you the Piper Logistics Player of the Game.
Got a pretty good idea who's got my vote for that one.
Yeah, I think he might be the unanimous decision tonight. He's led the way for the Broncos. 3:46 to go, 64-39, largest lead at 26.
I think that, you can look at the score, you can look at Clausen Smith. I really think that this end is where Lafayette Jefferson won this ball game. They're quick, they're active, they're getting their hands everywhere. I was going to say they haven't given up a lot of second chance points in this one, but, the announcer jinx strikes again.
Nice second half by Roosevelt Franklin.
And he's a very good player. Again, he was just game planned very nicely. He's going to be just fine. That was a phenomenal pass there from Clausen Smith to Penny.
Here's a strip.
And active.
Deflected. Brewer comes away with the loose ball. 3 in the corner by Sanders. Back rim, no. Penny with the rebound.
Penny's been active on the glass tonight as well. Averages 5.8 rebounds per game. A very big part for Jefferson tonight is securing those rebounds, whereas Washington, they have not done a very good job of that.
Substitutions as Coach Barnheiser wants to get some players in after he calls the timeout. Keon Thomas is checked in. Alex Desenfants as well enters the contest. So with 2:54 to go, it'll be Lafayette Jeff ball.
And it's good. It's good to get these guys in to just kind of this time of year. We said at the Open that you're not really looking to insert a whole lot more. But if you can find a player maybe that you like, an out-of-bounds play or a shot play just to steal 3 points or 5 points, that's going to be big this time of the year.
And even for these guys that are on the bench, there might become a time here from the end of the regular season or postseason where they're going to need to be called upon.
Right.
And the more minutes and more possessions they can have, the better they can feel. As you take a look at our crew of Jeff Williams and Steve Bryson and Jeff Hedges getting together and talking things over. They've done an excellent job today. We appreciate their hard work and efforts, working well as a team as they get things situated.
They've made the calls, but I feel like they've also let both teams play a little bit, and I think that's what you got to do, especially in high school basketball. Let them play a little bit. It's going to get physical. I think as long as you're keeping it from getting a little chippy, you're doing a good job.
It's been consistent, and I think that as a player and as a coach, that's really the only thing that you really look at is almost an over-the-back violation.
I think he might have got away with one there, but nonetheless.
Here's Rich with the ball as they move it around the perimeter. 3 on the way is off and no good.
He made 3 threes in that opening contest back in November. He has now gone 1 of 9 since then. As that play right there kind of sums up the night so far from the Continentals.
Continentals will send in some of their bench players as well. They'll check in.
Thomas Potempa into the game now for the Broncos as well, it looks like.
There's Thomas, number 44, getting those wheels ready to go. 26-point advantage. Matches the largest in the game. Washington had cut it to 9 at one point at 30-21 after a really good second quarter.
It was a rough start to the game for Washington, and they really honed it in. I would like to know what halftime speech Coach Mark Barnheiser gave to his squad because they came out with a fire lit underneath them. They were up 10 going into the half. They're now up 28 with 2 minutes to go.
Desenfants with the reverse layup, reverse Mikan, if you will. I knew that drill quite a bit.
Oh, my goodness. Good kick out there from Shelby. That drill has
lived.
Burned a lot of calories, I will say.
Made a lot of necks cramp. He'll shoot another 3. Back iron, no. Shelby chases it down. It'll go out of bounds.
And I think Hanrahan's a perfect example of what I was talking about. If you can get him going, this time of the year from the three-point line and you can insert him into a lineup or, you have an injury and you feel confident going to him. Unfortunately, he's 0 for 2 in this one so far, but he's not lacking any confidence. He's continuing to take those shots.
Shelby cut off. 3 on the way. Rims no good. Thomas gets the rebound. And here come the Broncos.
It's Kyan Thomas, his 3rd game he's seen action, though, so far this season. He's only scored 2 points on the year.
Jump shot by Desinfance is off. And the Colonials get the rebound. Minute to go here in quarter number 4. 3 on the way, no good. Thomas gets the rebound. He'll push. 3 on 2. Euro steps.
Great defense there.
Good transition D. Blocked. The hand on the pass. 3 on the way. Got it this time.
Avery Hanera. Big 3. You know, obviously it's not going to be big on the scoreboard. That puts it to 31, but that's going to be big for his confidence.
Foul on Lafayette Jeff. And we will take Shelby to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 tonight and 56% on the season. Puts that in. He now has 4. And a rebound by the Broncos. Let's see if they dribble it out or keep attacking. They
continue to attack here.
And they're going to score again. Desinfance now has 4. 74-42.
I think I'm all for just pulling the ball out there and holding it rather than getting the shot, but Washington's going to come down and get a bucket of their own.
Zadian Long scores, and that'll do it for the contest. Lafayette Jeff will come away with a 30-point victory, 74-44, really dominating the second half as they had a 10-point halftime lead, win the second half by 20. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Morales post-game show right after this on IndianaSRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as...
Tonight's post-game show is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Whether you're looking to start a new career or grow your team with an exceptional talent, the Morales Group is here to help you succeed. As we take a look at some individual scoring, first from Washington, Zayden Long had 2 points. Roosevelt Franklin leads the team in scoring for tonight with 14 points. Or rather 15 points. Sorry about that. Keevy Shelby with 4 points. Robert Sanders with 3. King McLaurin with 9 points. And 8 points for Cameron Boer. And for Lafayette Jeff, they'll have Davion Penny with 16. Chris Hardy with 5. Chris Olson with 3. Amari Rich with 3. Alex Desifance with 4. Avery Hanran with 3. Aiden H with 1. Trayshawn Baker with 11. Tori Davis with 2. And that brings us to our Piper Logistics Player of the Game. Tonight's Player of the Game is presented by Piper Logistics. From warehousing to transportation, Piper Logistics delivers solutions to keep you on the move with efficiency and reliability. Piper Logistics gets the job done. Jet, congratulations goes to?
I mean, Alonzo Clausen-Smith. Was there anyone else that was going to get this award? I mean, he did it on both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and I think he was the biggest part in the victory today for Lafayette Jefferson as they moved 18-3.
great game by him and by the entire Lafayette Jeff team and staff. They did a great job, as well as the Washington Continentals. Our upcoming games for IndianaSRN on Wednesday, February 19th is HCAC men's basketball action. Earlham at Rose-Hulman. Pregame at 6:50. Game starts at 7. And then we're right back here Thursday night with Shortridge and Washington at boys basketball. And 7:20 will be our opening pregame show, followed by action tipping off at 7:30. Jet, final thoughts on tonight's game?
You know, I think this Indianapolis-Washington team, there are pieces there, but this Lafayette-Jefferson team, you absolutely do not want to draw this team in sectionals. They are quick, fast, and they very clearly can score the basketball.
Lafayette Jeff moves to 18-3, and Indianapolis-Washington to 8-11. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. For our awesome producer, Chuck Levine, Daniel Thacker on camera doing a fantastic job, and for my partner, Jet Garrett. Awesome to work with you, Jet. This is Clark Chafin. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.